What's up, guys? For the next 4 days, I'm going to be hiking, camping, and exploring northern Wales. I'm going to be exploring an old slate mine, which used to be the second largest in the world. Then I'll be taking a train up to the highest mountain in all of Wales, Wyddfa, and I'll be camping on the mountain, exploring a castle, and overall, I'm just going to have an amazing time. Alright guys, I just arrived in the north of Wales and tonight I'm sleeping in the house behind me. It's a hostel, so I won't be filming too much inside because there's not so much privacy. But I just dropped off all my luggage. Now I brought my dinner with me and I want to see if I can go up this hill a little and then make my dinner with this view. I think this is a pretty good spot for some dinner. So I got a little small barbecue portable grill with me, some hot dogs and some butter bread rolls. It's the closest thing I could find to hot dog buns, so I'm gonna have to make it work. I'm gonna make it here because there's quite some wind here and I don't want barbecue and everything to go flying off the mountain. There was actually a forest fire yesterday, a couple kilometers down the road, so I don't want to start another one. So I'm using some aluminum foil to try to divide the heat a little bit better because I'm not going to make a fire underneath, I'm just going to put my jet boil underneath and otherwise everything's going to burn super quick. And I also have the pot support. I'll try to use. Seems to hold up quite fine actually in the wind. Just put a few on there. Jet boy is a little too powerful. Oh, it's a little bit toasted. It's pretty good. Alright, it's about 7 p.m. and I'm going back to my hostel, and then around 9, right before sunset, I'm coming back up here to watch the sun go down. Sun sets in about 45 minutes. As you can see behind me, it's pretty low. I'm going up the hill again, see if we can get a killer sunset. I must say, it's extremely windy here. I'm gonna find a nice spot for the camera. Gotta find a nice spot for the camera and turn it into a time lapse. So enjoy. Alright, the sun went down, but I'm getting off this mountain because it's pretty cold with this wind. It's crazy how hard the wind is. I don't know if you can even hear what I'm saying, but it's a very hard wind. I have a wind reduction thing on the microphone, but I'll take it off and see if you can hear it. Alright, I'm checking into the hostel, so I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. The wind fully disappeared. There's no wind at all anymore. Temperature's pretty good. It's about 18 degrees Celsius now. But before I go to the train to go up the summit, I'm gonna go right here. There's an old slate mine that closed in 1969 and there's still quite a lot of ruins there. So I'm gonna hike through there, watch some ruins and then go to the train station. . 'Cause 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 ' I think I can hear the train. I think I see the smoke as well. Because the train that I'll be taking later today has two options. You have a diesel train and an old steam train. And this looks like the steam train. See all the smoke coming up here? And by the way, here you can already see all the slate. This mine was once the second largest slate mine in the whole world. And the slate was mostly used for roofing, also for some art pieces and for some floors, but mostly roofing. This was one of the mills where they made all the roofing tiles. It was quite a dangerous place to work. So dangerous that there were so many accidents that from the year 1860 this mine had its own hospital, which is still open today as a museum, but it's temporarily closed now because they're doing some renovations, so we can't enter that today. It's not a nice place to work. A lot of accidents, and it was very cold inside, a lot of dust, just unpleasant. You still see an old track, probably a cart system. Entering the danger zone. Look at these. I don't think the camera is doing justice, but the skill of how large these chunks of mountain that just have disappeared. It's ridiculous how large those holes are in these mountains. Just look for skill. There's two people over there illegally. Oh, never mind, it's not illegal. It's just at your own risk. That means I'm going there now as well. I must say, with the entry, it does feel illegal. Gotta be careful now. Looks like an old minecart. Comes the deadly step. Don't sleep. Just cracked my fucking skull in that cave. I forgot I got this with me. Oh my god. White monster and a banana. To give you a bit of information on this slate mine. So it opened in 1787, and in its peak, which was in the late 19th century and the early 20th century, it employed about 3,000 workers here, and it did around 100,000 tons of slate annually. In 1966 there was quite a big landslide here, which made it a lot harder to win slate, and besides that the demand for slate tiles was just getting a lot lower, and in 1969 they actually closed the mine. Wow, this is a good view, guys. And later today I'm gonna be right here. See, in the distance you can see a castle. That's where I'm going tomorrow. Alright, I'm turning around and I'm going to the barracks because there's still a place where a lot of the workers slept. So I'm visiting that spot and then I'm heading towards the railway station. You know, it's strange. When you see these walls, it looks like they just put a couple rocks on top of each other. But look how perfectly straight these walls are. Look around this corner. Look at that. And also just the corners. It's like perfect 90 degree corners. No rocks sticking out. wonder how they do that. Because it doesn't look like the bricks are cut into perfect sizes for the wall. It just looks like they see, oh, this fits, this fits. That's what it looks like, but it's like perfect. Here it is, the barracks. So this is where a lot of people lived. As you can see, front door, fireplace, still some coals inside, and there you have a bedroom. Not really luxurious or large. The conditions to work here were terrible anyway, so I'm not surprised. Very small. And I don't know how many people slept in one barrack. I think I read somewhere it was about 2 normally, but I'm not 100% sure. Crazy to think when you walk here that people actually lived in here. After a long day of work, you come back, like this is like your house. You open the door, like you go inside, close the door, make a fire, maybe have a dinner table there, small kitchen here, make some food, then go to your bedroom and just sleep somewhere over there. Crazy. Wow. Yeah, perfect. Wow.
Without the
Oh wow, look at that. Amazing.
That's nice. Wow, what a view, guys. Now, right before I got on the train, they actually did have a wind warning. I mean, the wind was at that time over 50 miles an hour. And that would have meant that the train could not have gone up all the way to right behind me, the summit station. But luckily, the wind dropped because now there was barely any wind, making it possible for me to be on the top of Wyddfa, which is the highest peak in all of Wales, guys. Check this view out. And as you guys just saw, there's a little cafe down there as well, where I had a beer and also bought a Monster, because apparently they sell Monster here, which I did not see coming. But that means I have another white Monster for tomorrow, so that's great. Now it is about 6:30 and I'm thinking I'm gonna follow the trail down here and then maybe up that peak, or I go down a bit and see if I can find a good place to sleep tonight. It's gonna be difficult because I do think the wind is gonna pick up later tonight and there is zero shelter here, so I might have to go down quite a bit, but we'll see. There comes another train. Oh my god. Oh well, it's a bit windy up here, but this might be the spot. Look how nice. With this view on one side and this on the other. This might actually be the spot for tonight. I'm not 100% sure, but what I am sure of is I'm just gonna sit here, wait, watch the sun go down a bit more, and then at least have my dinner here. And when the sun sets and it's still okay, then I'm putting out my sleeping bag. And as I'm chilling here, I'm also charging my GoPro with a power bank, and then I'm also charging the power bank with its built-in, see this, the power bank, built-in solar panels. All right, once again I've been proven wrong. The wind did pick up. I'm going down the hill a little further because this is unsleepable. Following this one towards Landbarris. That's where the train started from as well. I see some ruins there from maybe an old house. I'm thinking I could potentially sleep there, because then I do have the walls as well, which kind of insulate me from the wind. Right, there's one here. Problem is quite a rocky bottom, and it's right next to the trail. And in case there's some early people that want to hike up the trail for sunrise or something, then they're gonna walk right past me while I'm passed out here. And I don't know why, but I never really like it when people see me sleeping. It feels vulnerable. I think I'm gonna have my dinner here right now in the cabin there, and then I just continue hiking downwards more and more until I find the perfect spot. I got some pasta bolognese from Adventure Food. If you want to buy these with 10% discount, click the link in my bio. From Outdoor Food NL, you can get them with 10% discount if you use promo code STENVJ10. Also, if you want to get the Essentials power bank that I just showed you, or anything else from Essentials, click the link below it. Use code STENVJ15 for 15% off there. I need 370 milliliters of water inside here. You can read it. Also, if you want the Jetboil Flesh 2.0 with the same 10% discount, you can also get it at Outdoor Food NL. Always bring your trash with you, guys. Leave no trace. Wild camping in the UK is actually kind of illegal, but it is accepted as long as you leave no trash. Bring all your trash with you. Don't harm the nature. Set up camp late, leave early, then it's fine, but never litter. Also, guys, if you see trash out in nature, like me, and be the example. Just take someone else's trash with you if you have the space in your pack, of course. Little motivational quote. Be the change you want to see in the world, guys. Alright. Alright, dinner is finished. Quickly pack up and find a place to sleep because the sun sets in 20 minutes. So, and then we still have some time where it's not dark yet, but gotta hurry a little. And the wind is picking up as well, quite a bit. Alright guys, now here it is windy. I'm almost blown away. Here we should be safe. Either the wind just stopped or I found a place where the wind is gone. And what else I see is two old house remains again down there. Debating whether I should go down there and see if I can set up camp in there. I'm camping in that house because there's a house a little further. Can't see it on the GoPro, but I have it on my phone. And there's people right there, right now, 2 tents as well, also doing a little camp out. So must be a good spot then. Oh, look at that one. Super cute. Oh, well, the wind is back. Hopefully the walls are high enough of the house. Alright, so this is cabin 1. This is unsleepable. This is doable, but far from ideal. Then we have cabin number 2, which is a bit of a stinker to sleep. And cabin number 3, which is also terrible. Alright, cabin number 1 it is. It's not great, but it's good enough, it'll work. Anyways, as you might remember, I actually had a puncture in my air mat last video. I didn't fix it, so I did quickly buy some Gorilla Tape, but now the mission is to find the hole and see if the Gorilla Tape holds up for the night. And otherwise, it is gonna be a terrible night of sleep with these rocks and uneven grounds, but trying to make the best of it. I can't see or hear anything. What do you guys think? Could it be that I just didn't put the plug in correctly? Alright, well, I just cannot find it. We'll see, maybe it was the plug, or maybe I'm gonna have a terrible night of sleep. Either way, I'm rolling out my sleeping bag now and I'm going to bed. So I see you in the morning.
Yeah, definitely a puncture somewhere. But I did end up having quite a decent night because I found like a little spot in between the rocks where I could curl up and it was quite soft. So I had an okay night. I saw amazing stars. I could see the whole Milky Way last night, which was really, really pretty. But now I think it's time to get up and get some breakfast.
Power bank is charging again. What a view to wake up to, guys. Beautiful. Just have a quick and easy breakfast. Got some Scotch pancakes. And I got an apple. Look, there the train goes again. You guys hear that noise? This is the steam train,
And not the diesel.
There he goes. I'm going down to the lake because I just ran out of water. What a place. I really recommend you guys to come here as well one day. I mean, wow. Wyddfa, that's the name of the mountain. It's the highest mountain in Wales. Look, I'm being followed. You coming with me? I'm going to the halfway cafe. That's right, the halfway cafe. There should be a cafe around halfway on the incline or decline, depending which way you go, of course. And I don't think I passed it yet, so I'm gonna see if I can go there. All right, pick up the power bank, and now we keep going. We go down. Oh, it's quite steep to that lake and back. Oh, god damn. As you can see in front of me, we have the halfway cafe, which, as the name implies, is halfway up the trail. Be a great spot to get a beer, but it's quite early, so I'm not gonna. It's only 12:15. I wanted to do a funny transition where I said that and then immediately after I would crack open a beer, but they don't sell beer, so it's the end of that joke. I guess I have my white monster instead. Oh. The original plan was to now immediately go to the castle that I showed you guys yesterday. I think I might see if I can find some luggage storage down in the town. And then I drop off my backpack, only bring my camel bag, and then I go to maybe get some lunch somewhere and then go to the castle. Because I have quite some time, you know. As I said earlier as well, wild camping is kind of illegal. So you want to set up camp late. And the sun goes down at like 9:30. It's really dark around like 10. So until that time, you know, so I have 10 hours basically until I really need to be in bed because I can't set up camp any earlier. So I think there's time for some nice lunch. Seems to be a bit of a gap in the market here. There's like no luggage storage anywhere, and all the hotels, they don't accept it. I guess I'm gonna have to keep the backpack. This is where I'm going. Castle. Whew. Man, I can feel that this is the end of the trip. I've been out here for about a week now, and just a few steps uphill, and just my calves just burning again. Just gotta take it easy now. I'm on the reserves big time. Well, there it is. Let's do a little walk around first. Some ruins here. And here, the slate mine, where I was a few days ago. Here, my knee, getting old. All right, here we are, at the top. So it was quite a luxurious castle with 2 floors and a basement, which you can see down here. And it was built in the year 1220, and it took 10 years to complete. And then the guy who lived here died in the year 1240, so 10 years after. After that there was a war, and then it's not described very clearly, but I feel like the guy who lost was imprisoned in here as well for then 22 years. So it's kind of, here it says it as well, you know, fit for a prince or a prisoner, because a prince lived here and later on it was actually a prison. So interesting. And other than that, I don't think there's much more to this one, but I do think it is time for dinner. I'm gonna make a quick dinner, and I think I'm gonna make it somewhere over there. And of course, got my trusty jet boil again. And then I do have one of these, but I actually think it was originally my lunch, but of course I ate lunch elsewhere. I think I'm gonna have these instead. There we go. Dinner's finished. All right, I'm doing a little bit more hiking. See if I can find a good place to set up camp for tonight. Now I think I just found a perfect spot. It seems like an area where not too many people go. It's right on the lake, and I see a spot where people have made a campfire before. Here it is. Seems fine to me. No real rocks, grass, short grass. I think this is it. I think this is the spot. What a view. Truly an amazingly beautiful country, Wales. I'm sad to leave tomorrow, but it is what it is. Luckily, it is Wednesday now as I'm filming this, and Monday I'm starting my journey to Norway. I'm driving with a car from the Netherlands all the way to the North Cape. So that's another cool adventure. So if you want to see that, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss it. But for now, I'm just gonna sit here, watch the sun go down, and then I'll probably see you, unless something happens, but I'll probably see you tomorrow morning.
Morning. It is extremely early for this time for me to get out.
Got a quick little breakfast again, and then it's time to go hiking. Still pretty cold now, early in the morning, but that's good because then I don't sweat as quick when I go hiking.
What a stunning view. I'm gonna miss those views, but not for long, because in Norway we're gonna have some other stunning views coming up. There's the barracks. Oh, we keep going up. Alright, I got my gear. Time to go to the bus stop and go home. If you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like and comment on the video. Also, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. And I hope to see you next Saturday at 4 o'clock. What's up, guys? For the next 4 days, I'm gonna be hiking, camping, and exploring northern Wales. I'm gonna be exploring an old slate mine, which used to be the second largest in the world. Then I'll be taking a train up to the highest mountain in all of Wales, Wyddfa, and I'll be camping on the mountain, exploring a castle, and overall, I'm just gonna have an amazing time.